100 Civics Questions, Part 3, Q31 45 for the U.S. Citizenship Test 2025, Cartoon Learning. The same conference room later in the afternoon. The window shades are now slightly drawn as the sun shifts, casting soft light across the table. Mark leans forward with growing confidence. Anne flips to the next section of the study guide with a smile.
Mark, you're really getting the hang of this. Let's move into the next group. Questions 31 through 45. These focus more on the Constitution, courts, and key historical figures.
Great. I'm ready to dig in.
Question 31. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? A. 7. B. 9. C. 11.
I think the answer is B. 9.
That's correct. The U.S. Supreme Court has 9 justices, 1 Chief Justice, and 8 Associate Justices. This number helps ensure a variety of perspectives and avoids tied decisions. Question 32. What is the political party of the president now? A. Democratic. B. Republican. C. Independent.
I think the answer is B. Republican.
Yes, the president is currently a member of the Republican Party. It's important to stay updated on political leadership before your interview, as these names and parties can change after elections. Question 33. What does the judicial branch do? A. Makes laws. B. Enforces laws. C. Reviews laws.
I think the answer is C. Reviews laws.
Exactly. The judicial branch interprets laws to make sure they follow the Constitution. It can also strike down laws that are unconstitutional. Question 34. Who is the governor of your state now? A. Joe Biden. B. Depends on where you live. C. Kamala Harris.
I think the answer is B. Depends on where you live.
Correct. Each U.S. state has its own elected governor. You'll need to know your current governor's name for the interview. Question 35. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? A. First U.S. president. B. Inventing the light bulb. C. U.S. diplomat.
I think the answer is C. U.S. diplomat.
That's right. Franklin was a founding father and a key diplomat during the American Revolution, especially in securing French support. He was also an inventor and author. Question 36. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? A. 435. B. 100. C. 50.
I think the answer is A. 435.
Correct. There are 435 voting members in the House. The number for each state depends on population size, ensuring fair representation. Question 37. Who signs bills to become laws? A. The President. B. The Supreme Court. C. The Vice President.
I think the answer is A. The President.
Exactly. After Congress passes a bill, it goes to the President for approval. If the President signs it, it becomes law. Question 38. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? A. The Pacific Ocean. B. The Atlantic Ocean. C. The Indian Ocean.
I think the answer is B. The Atlantic Ocean.
That's right. The Atlantic borders the eastern U.S., connecting major cities like New York, Boston, and Miami with Europe and beyond. Question 39. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? A. The Declaration of Independence was signed. B. The Bill of Rights was created. C. The Constitution was written.
I think the answer is C. The Constitution was written.
Correct. In 1787, leaders met in Philadelphia to draft the Constitution, which replaced the Articles of Confederation and shaped the modern U.S. government. Question 40. What is the highest court in the United States? A. The Supreme Court. B. The Federal Court of Appeals. C. The District Court.
I think the answer is A. The Supreme Court.
Yes, the Supreme Court is the final authority in legal disputes and constitutional interpretation. Its decisions set precedents for all lower courts. Question 41. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? A. Presidential veto. B. Checks and balances. C. Filibuster.
I think the answer is B. Checks and balances.
That's correct. Each branch, executive, legislative, and judicial, has powers that can limit the others. This balance keeps the system democratic and accountable. Question 42. What does the Constitution do? A. Sets up the government. B. Decides state borders. C. Establishes foreign embassies.
I think the answer is A. Sets up the government.
Exactly. The Constitution outlines the structure of the U.S. government and guarantees fundamental rights to all citizens. Question 43. Who makes federal laws? A. The Supreme Court. B. The President. C. Congress.
I think the answer is C. Congress.
That's right. Congress, made up of the Senate and House of Representatives, creates federal laws. These laws apply to the whole country. Question 44. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? A. Signed the Declaration of Independence. B. Freed the slaves. C. Wrote the Constitution.
I think the answer is B. Freed the slaves.
Correct. Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 and led the country through the Civil War, working to preserve the Union and end slavery. Question 45. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? A. Kevin McCarthy. B. Nancy Pelosi. C. Mike Johnson.
I think the answer is C. Mike Johnson.
That's right. Mike Johnson is the current Speaker of the House. The Speaker is a powerful position that helps lead the legislative agenda in Congress. You're nailing these, Mark. I can see you're really mastering the material.
Thanks, Anne. I'm starting to feel ready. These government structure questions used to confuse me, but they make more sense now. especially the checks and balances. That one always tripped me up before.
That's very common. The way the three branches interact can feel a little abstract at first, but you're understanding it now. The important thing is that you're not just memorizing the answers, you're connecting the concepts. That will really help during your interview, especially if they ask follow-up questions.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too. The more we go through these, the more they fit together like a puzzle. For example, knowing that Congress makes laws, and the President signs them, and the Supreme Court reviews them, it's like seeing the whole machine at work.
Exactly. And that's what the test is really about, showing that you understand how the government serves the people and how your rights and responsibilities as a citizen fit into that system. Plus, you've handled the historical questions really well. Lincoln, Franklin, the Constitution, those names and events are foundational.
I've always liked history. It helps me feel more connected to the process, knowing that people like Lincoln and Franklin shaped the country's path. It makes me proud to be part of this.
I love hearing that. That pride, that sense of belonging, that's exactly what citizenship is about. You're not just passing a test. You're stepping into a role as a citizen who understands and values the history and structure of this country.
That means a lot, Anne. Thanks for being patient and walking me through it all.
My pleasure, Mark. You're doing the hard work, and it's paying off. Let's take a short break, and when you're ready, we'll move on to part 4. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. I'm excited to keep going.